Okay, so we're just going to dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 10-1 podcast. I'm here with Vincent, John Parsons. Do you want to introduce yourself, Vinny?
Hello, I'm Vincent John Parsons, as Abigail has just said. Abigail Rose Kelly.
That's the one.
Verified on Instagram. Yeah, hello.
Okay.
Very new to this.
So, we're going to, this is going to be a weekly occurrence, and we're going to talk about films and music and a bit in between.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Vinny to open up more about his life, but such as not happening so much at this moment in time. I mean, I'm an open book, Vin. That's why I'm here.
I'm a quiet boy. I'm a private person.
You are. Well, we'll get into how we know each other at some point, because I have funny things to say.
No.
But yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it. But I think we should just get straight into it. I think, it's something that we're going to do. We're going to stick to weekly, set ourselves a challenge. It's my 23rd birthday today.
Yeah.
I
forgot about that. Happy birthday.
Nice one. No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. If it was my 21st, I'd be more bothered. But no, 23. And I thought I'd be a lot more successful than I am right now. But there's still time.
Still young,
I don't fucking feel it, Vinny. I don't feel young
everything
anymore.
hurts.
Yeah, I woke up with back pain.
Yeah.
That's probably because of the position that I sleep in.
Yeah.
But we could talk about that later as well if you want. I'd like to know what position you sleep in. Like, I sleep on my stomach.
I don't.
All right. Do you sleep on your back?
I sleep on my side.
Side? Really?
Yeah. But I throw up in the night.
This is a good point. Do you just think that you're going to throw up all the time, or is this just like when you're drunk?
Every night.
Right, just in case.
Safety first. You can never be too careful.
But I feel like if you were going to throw up in your sleep and you weren't drunk, you would feel it coming, no?
Well, you get food poisoning and not know about it until you're asleep.
Yeah.
You get woken up by vomiting.
Yeah, I suppose so. All right, I'll let you off.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
Went to bed feeling fine. Woke up in the middle of the night vomiting.
And is that now why you sleep on your side?
I've never really thought about it.
Thought about it until now either.
Let's say yes.
I'm suddenly sweating. Are you sweating?
No.
You took your jacket off, but it's back on.
It's back on because it's quite cold in here.
Oh, is it? Is it cold?
Yeah.
I'm boiling now. But I've got my jacket on because I'm wearing a vest.
I've got my jacket on because I'm cold, and my hands are still cold. I should have worn gloves.
It's not that cold. Do you want me to put the heater on?
No.
Oh, quick shout out to Bev from Blue Monkey Studios, letting us use his studio for the foreseeable.
Thank you.
That's great. We're hoping that we can personalise it a little bit. We're in talks. With our guy Bev. Things coming soon, like a small independent band. Big things coming. Big things coming.
Always.
So yeah, the premise of this is we want to chat about film. We both work in film. Ish.
Can you believe it?
Can you? No, I can't believe it. You like music.
I like music.
I sing a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we've got different opinions of things.
Yeah.
I actually don't really know you that well.
And now we're making a podcast.
And we just you said yeah.
I said yeah.
We just ran with it, and here we are. So that's sort of where we're at. So you got to bear with us for a little bit. Because we're getting used to the flow of things. I'm also just thinking in terms of ever watching this back. Are you okay with watching it back? Because I never will.
Well, I'll give it a go.
Okay. Or we could send it to like Carl or someone to get like approval.
We'll throw around. Funny thing, actually, I actually hate being on camera. I'm incredibly camera shy, and the idea of ever being on camera is not a nice one.
Yeah, but I think you look good. You look good. Your outfits, your chain. I mean, I think that you've had a haircut, but you already had a haircut.
Already had a haircut. Didn't have a haircut for this.
We saw each other on Friday. I actually had my hair done today. It was sort of because of this. My roots had come through, and I thought, it's a bit of a sour note to start the podcast on, and you got your roots coming through. So I've got a silver toner on, so I've got a bit of purple going on.
Wow, purple, nice.
Yeah. So should we talk about film then, or should we just
maybe
dance around the topic?
Yeah,
okay. Well,
films. Yeah.
films.
All right.
Oh God, films. Well, I was actually thinking about it before on my way here when I realised I don't actually know Vinny. We play Minecraft together.
You do. Mine and also craft.
Mine and craft, and we'll talk about that later as well.
Oh.
But I don't know why you got into film. I don't know why.
You don't know.
You know, I know you went to uni and did film,
Mhm.
but was there a moment in your life where you were like, because obviously you said that, you know, you don't like being on camera.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you do you know why I got into film?
I don't.
All right, okay, so I guess we'll take turns and turn.
Yeah. Who's going first?
You can go first.
Oh,
I posed the
my
question.
honour.
So go on. Tell me.
All right. Well, you know, I've never really had any other sort of ambition to do anything that isn't at least a little bit creative or artistic.
Okay. So was it film straight away, or what was before that?
Yeah, I would. Well, I can't remember ever wanting to do anything else. It's you know, I've always been quite into films.
Oh.
So
What's the earliest experience that you can remember then for films? Was there like a moment when you were like 4 or 5 where you were like, oh my god, Jurassic Park?
I think the first time I realised films are pretty cool was when I was shown Halloween,
Halloween.
1978,
Oh wow.
when I was too young to watch it.
Oh yeah, that seems to be a recurring theme.
Yeah.
Was it your dad that?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
My dad showed me far too many films before my
Mhm.
time, scarred me.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just dad's. I don't know.
Yeah. I think of that generation. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It was that and Goodfellas. Were like
Oh.
so first sort of films that I was shown when I was younger. They were like, oh,
God, how old were you when you watched Goodfellas? If you could hazard a guess.
8 or 9.
Really?
Yeah.
I only watched it. This is bad. This is bad for a
This is
for a
awful.
for a podcast that's primarily going to be film chat.
Oh, no.
I only watched Goodfellas this year.
I mean, there's lots of big things I haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm bad for that. Like there's some classics that I've seen, but then there's like some blatantly obvious ones that I've
Yeah.
not. Like I want to expose myself? I've not seen Jaws. Well, maybe I have.
That's quite an important one, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, well, I've seen like the Zoom.
Yeah.
Learned about that film school.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't go to film school. I didn't go to film school, but on my film course, I saw that, but I've not seen Jaws.
Oh.
So yeah, Halloween and Goodfellas.
Yeah.
I mean-
They're the ones, like, earliest ones I remember that sort of, I was like, oh, films can be like, you know, something more than just
A
entertainment.
picture, yeah. Okay, yeah, I like that.
Just pure entertainment.
So-
you know.
Where did it go from there? Like, 'cause obviously you're in school, and so
Yeah.
at 16, you don't. I mean, my high school didn't have like any form of creative topic. I mean, there was art. I couldn't draw. I did drama,
Yeah.
but that was the extent of the creative subjects. So, what was it?
Well, like when I was in primary school, I did drama things. I did like
Cool.
plays.
Oh God,
and
imagine
stuff.
you did play that. So
I
cute.
played the Artful Dodger
Did you?
in a gender swapped Oliver
Oh, cool.
before gender swaps were popular.
Olivia.
Yeah, what?
Was that what it was called? Well,
Yeah.
there you go. I mean, it would be the obvious
Yeah.
swap. That's really cute. I'd like to see a picture of you.
There is a picture
Is-
I can
and-
show. Yeah.
Knew it. Will it be one of them where we can pop it up now?
Probably not in
Oh.
time. It depends when this goes out. I don't know.
Well, I was thinking that we do it like maybe 2 or 3 ahead because
Yeah.
we still want to be current.
Mhm.
But I also, in case you fall ill or I fall ill, that we've got some. We can catch up. We don't
Yeah.
miss a week.
Mhm.
This is the big thing that I was going in with 2025,
Yeah.
2025, as Kaylee would say. Is that you committing to something,
Mhm.
and I think that this is something that I've wanted to do for years.
Yeah.
Because it's only sort of level of content media that I feel comfortable with, because I'm just a bit of a certified yapper. I do think that, I've lost the confidence. I don't think I can, I feel pretty uncomfortable right now looking directly at the camera.
Yeah, I'm trying to pretend it's not there.
Just don't look at it.
Yeah.
But it'll get, the more we commit to it, we just full send it, just see where it goes.
Mhm. And I'll get more comfortable on camera.
Yeah, and
Very
maybe,
visibly uncomfortable. and
maybe
awkward to
one
say.
day
Oh, yeah.
do you remember any of your Artful Dodger lines? Maybe we can.
No.
Oh.
I did sing in it, but I'm not
No,
going to
you
sing.
Oh, well, maybe 100 subscribers,
No,
1,000 subscribers.
maybe.
Okay,
We'll see.
okay.
But yeah, so I did that in primary school, and then high school not so much. Teenager. Ooh.
There
There was media studies GCSE though. I did that.
Really?
Yeah.
In high school?
Yeah.
Wow.
I made a really bad film. And then I did the same thing in uni. What are the chances of that? I learned a lot, clearly. But
I think education, all your films are shit because you don't know how it works until you see it on a set.
a few of the people in my uni year did make some decent ones though. That were very obviously better than mine.
Yeah, I
Industry professionals.
Well, I wonder what they're up to now. Have they got their own podcast?
No.
Well, there you go. So you win some, you lose some. This time last year, I had a rap party for my third year of uni project, but there was like 6 people on my course in the end, and everyone was doing separate films. So I did sound, like DP, directing, everything. And then when we went to the rap party, that's how I met Katie, because I cast her in it. It was fucking terrible. I didn't know how to export, didn't know how to edit properly. Oh, I edited it as well. Didn't know how to do all of that. Exported it, wasn't working. So at the premiere, we actually just streamed it straight from Premiere Pro.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it was awful. And it kept buffering. And then when something was wrong, because, you know, we'll talk about this in a second because I want to get to the line.
Oh, yeah.
The line, because it took me years to work out how this imaginary line worked.
Yeah.
I get it now. But in this film, I've crossed it a few times. And luckily, the times that I crossed it, it buffered. So I just blamed it on the fact that we were streaming it straight from Premiere Pro.
Easy get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, that's really cute. I'm glad that I now know that about you.
Yeah.
Should we talk a little bit more about how we met?
Yeah, we should.
Do you want to? I would like to know your opinion of how we met, because I've got my opinion, but I think that you might have not liked me straight away. Yeah, because I put you on sound.
Well, yeah, you did, didn't you?
I did. You just fucking walk out.
No, I didn't necessarily have a problem with that. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. You know, we've only known each other for what?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. It's still not that much time, really.
No, it's
even
not.
if it was a year. But yeah. So I remember the first day we met on a film that we worked on together.
Were you there first day?
I was the first person there on the very first day in August. The last person to leave, with 2 other people, granted. On the last day, that was in November.
Oh, wow, that was
I bookended it.
Yeah.
I'll take that to my grave.
You were the first person at, what was it, the Red Lion, was it
The
called?
Red Lion.
And I can't remember you. I can't remember you on the first day.
I remember you on the first day.
I'm trying to think. Well, I remember you being there now, thinking about it, but I can't remember my first interaction with you. Can you?
I didn't. Well, it seemed like a lot of people there already knew each other. I didn't know anyone.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody either. I knew Mike,
Yeah.
the director, Mike Clark. Shout out.
Yeah.
For essentially the reason this podcast is. No, actually, I don't want to say that. I get big heads. But yeah, we only know each other because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never mind. No, my first few interactions with you were you just coming over like, I'm not a sound person. And I was like, well, I don't know. I've never done this before. I need someone to hold a boom. So can you hold the boom?
Yeah. Well, the very first day we met, there was no.
It was
sound
MOS
person.
because the sound guy just didn't turn up.
Whoever that guy was, I wonder what he's doing now.
Fuck all. I don't know him.
Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know him. And I never knew him.
I remember his first name.
I remember his name. I'm not going to say it.
No.
But he didn't turn up. But he's also not from round here.
Oh, right.
So I'll call you out. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not going
no.
to do that. Oh, God,
Whoever that may
fucking
be.
cringe. Abby, come on.
First day.
Do you remember the hotel?
Which one?
The Bradford.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad day for you.
That was quite the day, yeah.
Well, it was a bad day for all of us, but
Yeah.
bad day for you. I remember.
I think I nearly got heat stroke.
Yeah, I think that's, because you had to hold that big boom.
Yeah.
For reference.
I've
Sorry, I feel like I'm excluding you guys from context.
Yeah,
Me and Vinny met on a film called Semolina Pilchard that's still being edited.
Yeah.
But Vinny is an AC, which is an assistant camera.
Yeah.
And I was an AD. I was the first AD and the only AD. which I've learned that there's supposed to be more than one. There's
Yeah.
supposed to be quite a few, a whole
helpful.
department of them,
Yeah.
which is fine because it was low budget and we were all there learning. We didn't have a sound guy. Oh, we had a sound guy who wanted a boom operator, so I stuck you on boom. And this one day we were in a big hotel in Bradford, and
For some reason.
I can't remember why we were there.
Not nowhere near any other location.
No, miles away.
No,
We
random.
we mostly shot in Frodsham,
Yeah.
and then just randomly we're like, oh, we're going to Bradford tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which, in the context of the film, I sort of
It
get.
works.
But there was no
effectively.
exterior shots,
No.
so, you know.
Could have been anywhere.
It could have been anywhere. But then at the same time, I remember Mike saying that he didn't want any known, like, sort of, like, if we went to go film, God forbid, go film in the Adelphi, people would be like, well, that's the Adelphi, she's in Liverpool.
Yeah.
So
She's
I
not
get
meant to be in Liverpool.
she's not meant to be in Liverpool. Is that spoiled? Oh, God, okay, it's
No.
right at the start of the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, you almost die. I remember one of the makeup artists, Natalie. Big
Yeah.
shout out to Nat. Bless
Yeah,
her.
yeah. She looked after me.
Lovely woman. First aid trained. So she came over to me and was like, Vinny's about to die. And then I was like,
Kill over
who's
fire.
Vinny again? And then you pointed at Vinny, and then you looked a bit like a wet lettuce, like you were about to drop.
I had to be told to leave the room.
Yeah, you had to leave the room. You had to sit down. I
Quite
mean, you were
humbling,
fed and you were
That was
watered.
fine. I don't know why.
No,
affected
you
me
looked
so much.
like you were on death's door. I remember you were like sheet white and sweating, but we were all sweating because it
Yeah.
was boiling, and there was about 40 of us in. I was exaggerating. There was about 25 of us in this compact room.
With lots of, the blacked out window.
Oh
hot
yeah,
day,
blacked out window.
All the lights.
Peak summer, Bradford, warm.
Yeah.
You almost died.
The sunshine state of Bradford.
Sunny Bradford. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we know each other.
It is.
We went through some trials and tribulations on that film, didn't we?
High highs, low lows.
Yeah, because it was our first feature
Mm-hmm.
together.
Hopefully.
Well,
first
just
of
in
many.
general. Well, hopefully first of many. We've worked on quite a few projects together now.
Yeah.
I love working with you. Just
Aw.
thought I'd let you know that.
Oh, I love working with you.
Thank you. Yeah, and like you said, I hope it's the first of many. But I think that we both started in a similar position, with the same age.
Yeah.
Both started in a similar position. Our first feature, and I think we both grew a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I now know what I'm doing to a certain extent.
I almost know what I'm doing.
You know what you're doing. You have all. You even have the chest rig with all the
chest rig.
screwdrivers and screws and stuff.
Yeah, it's got some
It's very
thingy
helpful.
bobs.
And then
things.
my favourite thing about seeing you on set is when you're rushing, because I've never seen you run, which is fine. but I love your in a rush walk, because your shoulders go up to your ears.
Do they?
Yeah, it's great. And it's like I'll be still with Carl, who's the infamous unit stills photographer, and I'll be like, oh, Vinny's on a mission again. And you're just like,
Yeah.
legging it.
I sort of go into a mode. It's usually at the
Yeah.
end of the day when lots of things need to happen.
Yeah.
Sort of
It's tense. It can get tense.
Turn into a bit of a bit bossy. I reckon.
Do you?
Yeah, I think
I've
so.
never. Well, to be fair, we essentially work in different departments. So
Yeah.
I've never been at the brunt of your bossiness. I can't
No,
imagine.
well, it's less. It's more just instructive.
Well, you know,
When
I
like
think that's
people are coming to help, I was like, you do this, you do this, you do
yeah, delegating. I think that's a big part of filmmaking. I think that I was on a course recently, learning how to AD.
Yeah.
Fucking 2 years too late. And he said one of the main things about any form of filmmaking is delegation, because the person who takes it all on themselves is, one, going to burn out, and two, it's not going to get done. So
Yeah.
I don't think, I think delegating is a better word than bossy. I can't see you being bossy. And if you were bossy to me, I think that I would just kick.
I always show my appreciation when anyone helps out that isn't necessarily expected to help out.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's a thing that I've noticed, because you just have so much shit to carry. There's
Lots
so
of heavy
much shit.
things.
But then it's like, and I want to help, and then I'll go over, and then you've got it all laid out, and then if I pick something up,
Yeah.
it's in the wrong bloody order.
Yeah,
so I
there's
just
no
try
other.
and stay away. But maybe one day we could sit down and you could tell me.
Yeah, well,
how it
you're
works.
not really expected to help with certain things. I mean, it depends, along the road,
I know,
How
but
many- how
where
many
we're
people,
at in terms of like most of the stuff we're doing is like low budget.
Yeah.
It's all sort of chip in where you can, really, isn't it?
It's true, and it helps. I always,
Yeah, I think that
always appreciate it.
when to talk about like being bossy, I think that can be a bit.
No, yeah.
No, but I'm working on it because I think there's a line between just being an absolute knob and being like not. I don't want to say authoritative, but
Well, you do have the authority. You know, you need to keep us in line.
no, you're making me sound like I'm like a head teacher or something.
Well, you know. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying like, you know, I'm not saying you're not either. But it's okay to be, you know, 'cause that's what you're, you know, part of the job, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
No one's going to take personal offence. Well, sometimes they might.
well, yeah, but I think that's the line, you know. I think
It's
that
finding the line.
when tensions are high, because tensions can get high, because shit needs to get done.
Yeah.
I think it is just dropping that one, either like I really need to work on Zen,
Oh,
finding some Zen, because I think that when I get I can hide it to a certain extent, but then when I'm stressed, I can. This isn't good for like any future employers. Like I am good at my job. I
I'm
can be
also
good
quite
at it.
good.
Yeah,
I
Vinny's
can
good.
also
We are
speak
good. We are good
into
at our
his
jobs.
abilities, Yeah. Pretty good, actually, yeah.
I think you're really good.
Oh, wow.
Really, really, really. I'd hire you.
Would you?
I'd continuously hire you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I've hired you. I say hired. You're doing it for free, but I've hired you for the short film that I'm working on.
Yeah, I just say yes. I say yes to everything.
You did say yes, didn't you?
Yeah, I said yeah. Well, here I am.
Well,
I
this
said
is
no
true.
and I turned up anyway.
This is true. But yeah, that's a little insight into our working relationship.
Yeah.
It's blossomed into a lovely friendship because now we play the PlayStation together.
Yeah.
We go to the cinema.
We do. Well, we have.
We have one time.
One time. Well, it was.
Oh yeah, we went to
Recent
Carl's
film
Horizon Film Festival the other day where Carl's film was showing. There's some great films.
Yeah. I had a good
watched-
time.
I'm
I
still
had to leave halfway through, but
yeah.
so did
I
you.
also had to leave halfway through.
Yeah, it was very good.
Working, but there were some great shorts that we caught. Guerrilla filmmaking is still the one that comes to mind. It's just so short and snappy and just fucking hilarious.
There was one called Wake as well that was quite good.
Wake. I don't know. It sort of missed for me. I didn't really get it.
Really?
Yeah, it's all black and white and 4:3 ratio. You know, I'm just joking, Carl. If you've made it this far, we're actually half an hour in.
Are we?
Yeah, I presume
Time flies.
that he's probably cut off now. He's not watching anymore. Oh, he skipped through and missed the whole bit where I'm dissing this film. No, Wake's a short film by the lovely talented Carl Livingstone.
Award-winning director Carl Livingstone.
Award-winning and award-adjacent filmmaker and stills photographer. Produced by Catherine. I can't remember Catherine's last name. Catherine Livingstone.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Who knows?
Unless he takes her last name, which wouldn't surprise me.
Catherine last name, wow.
Catherine, no last name.
Carl Joseph last name.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that his middle name? Oh yeah, of course it is his middle name. Should I look in the book? I made some notes. Things that we should discuss.
We should.
But
We might not even get through all of them.
Maybe not. And that's a good thing, is it not?
That's definitely a good thing.
Take it next week. So we've talked about why we want to do this.
The whys, yeah.
The whys. Now I know how you got into film because your dad showed you Goodfellas far too early. Do you have a hot take?
A hot take?
Yeah.
Yes.
For film?
Yeah, very
All right.
steaming hot.
Okay. Hit me.
Are you ready? There's a few people that have this opinion.
Okay.
Interstellar.
Okay.
Yeah. Really overrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
See how I let
That is a hot take, I think.
I think I've been slammed for it. I've been called all sorts for it.
Yeah. What is it? What is it about that made you think that it's overrated?
I don't have a compelling answer.
All right, fair.
It's just
Is it because there's certain things that just get so much hype? Because I know that when something starts trending, or someone's banging on about this show, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to watch it organically when I want to.
Yeah.
So is it sort of like that, or it was
just the typical. Everyone talks about it. Everyone says it's the best film ever. So many people have it.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's the best film ever.
No, but
I think it's a really good film. I don't think it's his best one.
No, I don't think it's even close.
What do you think his best one is?
dare I say Oppenheimer.
Really? Okay, that's interesting because I don't
that's
think.
the one that struck me the most.
Really?
But I guess the
But
experience.
you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but the experiences that they have watching a film will also, determine your opinion of it.
Yeah. Well, did
You'll
you
see
do the
something that-
Barbenheimer?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so did I.
And that-
Did you watch it in the same day?
Yeah, of course.
Wow. Okay, I didn't watch them on the same day, but I watched them within like a week.
Did
of each
Oppenheimer then Barbie after?
other. Did you wear
Barbie
pink
was
to
on.
Barbie?
No.
So.
I wore black to Oppenheimer.
Oh, okay. Of course it is. So you couldn't even throw on a pink wristband. To be fair,
have one.
I'm judging you, but I didn't have anything pink to wear.
Yeah.
But the people I went with, I went with my little sister. Did I? Yes, she wore pink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what I like about films because everybody's got different opinions on it. Because
I think it's just people say it's so amazing. I sort of watched it, had high expectations, and I guess they just weren't really met.
But is that not a thing that always happens when something is so hyped? Like, does anything ever live up to the hype if it's hyped that much?
I think to the extent that Interstellar's hyped up.
But you know what? I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I was blown away when I watched it.
Really?
I think that it's more of the soundtrack as well, though.
Maybe I didn't watch it properly. Maybe I should watch it again. If it gets like an IMAX release, I'll maybe go see it.
Yeah, I didn't
Maybe
watch it
that'll
in the
be-
cinema. It was I watched it later on.
Yeah. So, did I.
I just watched it on telly.
So maybe I should give it another chance next.
Maybe.
If it comes on an Odeon in IMAX,
Yeah,
I'll go watch
that-
it. Give it
I
another
think that
chance.
would
maybe
be-
I'll like it a lot more because that
Yeah.
would be the way. That's the way you're supposed to watch, isn't it? So
Well, yeah.
maybe I'll have a better opinion.
But yeah, the soundtrack. I'm actually going to see in Hans Zimmer.
Oh yeah.
Zach Cameron got tickets for Christmas. What a lovely guy.
What a guy.
So we're going seeing him. I think I'll cry when I hear Time. Is it Time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
That's it.
I prefer Inception.
Inception. Oh, wait. Did he do them both? Did he do
Yeah.
Inception and it? Oh, thank God for that. I thought it's Time's Inception, isn't it?
I think it is.
Shit! Cut that out. Oh no. Hang on, I'm gonna have to get up to Spotify. Find which one's in Inception, but use wait right there.
Hold.
How do you spell it? Interstellar. Oh, there we go. Ah, wait, yeah, I'm
Or is
thinking
it both?
Cornfield
Chase. Yeah, of course.
I'm thinking of that.
Timothy Chalamet's
I know.
isn't he?
I know. I think people say that he's overrated, and I highly disagree. I think he's an incredible actor.
He's one of the young sort of
Yeah,
next generation.
but he's proven. Like, I mean, not that he has anything to fucking prove to me, but he's like, I remember watching Homeland. You ever seen Homeland?
No.
Good TV show. It's about dark stuff, and he's
Oh.
in that briefly. He's like a little. He's not a baby, but he's like baby compared to what he is now. He's like 30, isn't he now?
Yeah. Approaching it.
And I think he must have been maybe like 14, 15 in that.
Yeah.
And even in that, he is really, really good. I think he's always been a really good actor. And
He's got it. Some people just have the sauce.
some people have the sauce, and he's got it. It makes me sad that people judge him or say that he's overrated because I think
He's all right though. He's doing fine.
I'm sure he's.
I'm
sure he's not bothered.
I know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's probably gutted that he didn't win the Oscar.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched that yet though.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah. It got me into listening to a bit of Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Did you not listen to him before?
Not really so much.
No, neither.
Didn't really get it before, but then I got it.
Yeah.
It showed me the light.
He's the type of musician that is just like the embodiment of his music. I think you've got like different genres and stuff, but then you on the odd occasion you find a musician who lives and breathes their music, and it shows through that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like the life of Amy Winehouse is another example of that. Even though she fits into a genre, but it's like you can tell that it's Amy Winehouse and Amy Winehouse's words because that's like the way she lived. She lived it. She has her sound. She has her sound, and she lived through that sound, and And
talk about music now, so that would be a good segue.
Yeah. But can I just quickly go back to Christopher Nolan and my hot take because
of course,
I think that Prestige is one of his best films.
I really like the Prestige.
That blew my head off.
Yeah,
like I didn't see that whatsoever. I'd watched the Rick and Morty episode, but like obviously didn't get the reference, and then watched Prestige, and I think I watched it 3 times within like the past in the space of a week. Like it just absolutely just blew my mind.
Wow. No, I
There you go.
definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely.
Can we pause there for a sec?
We can.
I just need a wee.
Okay.
Okay, and we're continuing. We're back. Sorry, I've got the bladder the size of a peanut. Had to go for a wee. A 10-1.
Wow.
Wow, full circle. Can we
Amazing
quickly talk
mistake.
about the name?
I think we should.
Okay. Do you want to explain it?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
So-
I'll look at my book.
Just a bit of a, film set language. If you need to go to the toilet
Yes.
for a piss or a number one,
Mm.
you say, I'm going. You could say either I'm going for a 10-1
Yeah.
or you're just going 10-1. It's quite militaristic. The
Yeah, I think it probably is.
with talking
like-
on radios and things.
Yeah, like I think it's probably universal as well.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
universal. I need a wee.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we call it the 10-1, but essentially it's taking the 10-1.
Yeah. Clever.
It's a thinker.
Yeah.
It's a
'cause
thinker.
yeah.
Vinny came up with that all right, so.
I don't think I did.
No, I know. I came up with it.
That
So anyway.
was
just
really
look at my
camp.
notes.
I just did.
What?
That was really camp,
Embrace
I did.
it.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
are
feel like-
camp.
Oh yeah.
No.
No. Yeah.
What are you listening to this week, Vinny?
What did I listen to this week? Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
I bounce around sort of the exact same, like 1,000 songs.
Well, that's a vast amount of songs.
Do you think?
Yeah. I'm just because I'm asking you what you listen to this week doesn't
Yeah.
mean that it has to be something new.
Okay.
Could be something that you've come back round to,
Well,
which I often, it happens.
okay. Well,
Go on.
on the way here,
Yeah.
on my 16-minute drive, just giving away,
You can work out his address.
Yeah, you can. Try me. I was listening to 2 different albums.
Okay.
Sort of skipped through a couple of songs. Do you know Atom Heart Mother by Pink Floyd?
Do you know what? I've actually been listening to Pink Floyd this week.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. And what was the other one?
Souls Full of Secrets.
Is that by Pink Floyd as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just getting into Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard songs before, obviously, like was it Wish You Were Here?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And like the big famous ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been listening. I'm in maybe like a what would you say, alt rock phase at the minute.
Yeah, so it's like prog rock.
Yeah.
Well, it depends what era you're listening to, I guess.
Oh, should I have a look?
Yeah, I
Because
think you should.
I've been listening. So, I've been working on a story for a while.
Oh yeah.
We probably spoke about a hostel in Prague, and it's all about music and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been listening to like a lot of Radiohead,
Yeah.
Deftone,
No, yeah.
The Strokes, Queens of the Stone Age. I always listen to Queens of the Stone Age. Wish You Were Here's on my playlist, which is the other ones that I added in. I've also been listening to The Cure. I swear I had more than that one in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, so Wish You Were Here. That's prog rock. Yeah.
Have a Cigar. I like that one.
Yeah. So Have a Scar sort of leads into Wish You Were Here.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So if you listen to
listen to the two together. Yeah,
Wish You Were
because
Here,
I do listen to albums
Mhm.
top to bottom because that's
Yeah.
the way that they intended to listen to.
Of
But I
course.
also like if I'll go on like just different players. This is really sad. But to I don't know, like you write stuff as well. I remember like you.
been a while.
But you do. You write,
yeah.
Do you like listen to music when you write at all? Or?
When I have written, yes.
I have one playlist called Writing, and it's
Yeah.
essentially everything that is in that. It's varied. Like I've got like 1 or 2 Doechii songs in there, but the rest of it is pretty mellow.
Mm-hmm.
So in the search of like some mellow stuff to listen to, I did type in. Are you a Spotify user? You're Apple Music, aren't
Apple
you?
Music.
I don't know.
Everyone has stopped listening.
Nah.
People hate Apple Music users.
I think it's getting more
We're
acceptable.
the most oppressed
like if you'd
minority
used
in the world.
Whoa.
No,
if you
of course.
used Deezer, then we'd have a. No, I've got no problem with anything. No, you listen to music however you want, but I love the playlists that people make on Spotify. Well, I'm sure they make them on Apple Music as well. But they get there's like just random people, and they get loads of saves. So I was listening through saddest ever Radiohead songs.
Brilliant.
But from that, I got like the Smart Shuffle on Spotify.
Right.
So I've been finding other songs. So I've been listening to a lot of Car Seat Headrest, but I've listened to a lot of them before. But
I heard of them.
no, you should have a listen. They're pretty cool. But like you said, it circles back round. So I listened to a lot of them when I was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
And I didn't listen for a couple of years. Now I'm doing deep dives throughout all of these albums: Radiohead, Deftones, Jeff Buckley. For some reason,
yeah.
that's caught me off guard.
That's a guy.
Because he just came up on the Smart Shuffle, and then I really liked It's Never Over.
Oh, yeah,
I promise I'm a singer. But that came on, and I really liked that, so I started listening to, because I didn't realise that I thought he was more you not typical rock, but like older rock, but he's got a bit of alternative sort of vibe, progressive about him.
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening. I've been listening to a lot.
Nice.
So yeah, Pink Floyd.
I have through the week probably a bit of Supertramp.
Supertramp.
Yeah. Like you probably know them for like Breakfast in America. Yeah. Or like and others. But one of my favourite albums, Crime of the Century by Supertramp, I'd recommend.
Oh, okay.
If I was to recommend an album
This
per
week.
I'd run out of them eventually.
Okay.
But Crime of the Century by Supertramp, let's do that.
Okay, I'll have a listen to that this week, and then I want you to listen to. I'll get back to you.
Yeah,
Get back to you.
actually,
The end
I'm
of
very
the
picky,
episode.
so I need to broaden my horizons with music. I think so. Like, I'm very, very, very particular about what I listen to.
Should we talk about it?
Talk about it.
Should we talk about it?
Talk about
Wait,
it.
is this the right one? Oh no. No, wait. Nope. I found it. Vinny's hot take number 2 is he hates Oasis.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that, or is it just something? Which is funny because you can't see it because he's purposely framed it out, but there is a huge Oasis poster right behind him.
Yeah, there is. I won't look. I'm not going to look at it.
Just don't look him directly in the eyes, and it's fine.
It's,
I get it.
Yeah, look, I've always been Blur over Oasis.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Just in terms of like talent,
Yeah. No, I agree. I 100% agree with you there.
range,
We've just lost. I mean, we probably only have about 10 viewers right now.
if we're lucky.
If we're lucky, but we've lost 8 of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I think it was Blur that actually won the war, the war. Britpop war, in terms of some sort of figure. I just think Blur make way more compelling and interesting music.
I agree with you. I love Blur. When I was in college and really first came into like songwriting and stuff, I looked a lot at his like sort of stage presence and him. He sort of could get lost in the moment of being on stage. I think that's an important part of performing live, is just completely getting lost in whatever you're doing. And he would always look up at the ceiling, and I remember doing that, not intentionally, being like, I'm going to copy Damon Albarn for this bit.
Yeah.
But like I just found myself doing that because it is like, and then I did a cover of Parklife in college. It was like the highlight of my college days. I remember that. I still do the confidence is a bitch of boy. I used to do it. I did it at a couple of like band gigs that I did, and then it just sort of fell off. But I'm a Blur over Oasis fan. I agree with you.
That's
and I think
my players I've got. I think out of that 1,000, I'd say about 1/10 of them are Blur songs. Played a lot of songs.
I was listening to again. I'm so shit for actual album listening. Like if I found like a song that I like, I will eventually get around to listening to the album.
Yeah,
but that's normally like, because when I'm listening to music, I'm not it's like I'm trying to get into a zone of something. Like I'm definitely, like if I'm writing or I'm coming up with something, talking to myself, or talking out like a scene or something, I'm listening to a handful of songs that I've cherry picked to hit the points throughout the scene. So not like an album doesn't always fit in with that. Like I feel like if you use an entire album, you sort of might get a little bit lost in it.
Yeah.
But have you watched? It came out last year. All of Us Strangers with Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal.
I didn't
Jimmy
watch
Bone.
that. I know of it. Yeah, but
Really good film. I really enjoyed it. But Death of the Party.
Yeah.
Came on.
It's a pretty bleak song.
It's a needle drop for a pretty dark part of the film,
that makes
if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Or not a dark part, but when you get to like the third act and you realise when the needle dropped, there was a dark part.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about the coincided of music and film, is that you can, if you're not saying it in, or the characters aren't saying it in the scene,
Yeah.
or there's no dialogue in the scene, or it's MOS, there's no sound whatsoever, you bet your bitch that the music's telling you what you need to be getting from that.
Yeah, that's a good future topic, talking about just needle drops.
Yeah.
All about them, best ones, worst ones.
Yeah. There's some brilliant needle drops.
Some terrible ones as well.
Can you think of an example? I feel like you've got something.
Save it for the episode that we do on needle drops.
Okay. No, I kind of want to know.
Because there's something I'm thinking about, but I just can't quite remember what.
All right, I've got
correctly. One. Oh
yeah. I am a diehard Doctor Who fan. I've loved Doctor Who since I was a kid. Jodie Whittaker's era, it's the Rosa Parks episode. And it's a really sad scene.
Yeah.
And do you know the standing on the platform, watching you go? Or is it Freya Ryden or something? Think I'm lost.
No, that's not my area. I haven't got a clue.
It's like it was on Love Island. Like it was everywhere. I'm pretty sure it was number one.
Yeah.
Just such like awful needle drop. Good song.
Yeah.
Compelling scene. Maybe. Together. Did not.
Inappropriate, maybe.
Oh yeah, because I think
I
that there's something about music as well. Like I'm not so fussed as much anymore. But say if you're doing like to keep the example of Doctor Who, say if there's an episode and they're in the 80s and then there's like a song, like a needle drop from the 2000s. I hate that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a big example of that. I'm not saying like Rosa Parks wasn't in the 80s.
No.
But yeah, it just completely takes you out of it, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
It pisses me right off. But
unacceptable.
Yeah. Should we have a look in the book?
What's in the book?
I've got Just Girly Things with Vin, but I think we'll get to that another time.
Whatever that might be.
Well, you don't know. Okay, so this week, on Friday, last week, we went to the cinema together for the second time, as we established before.
Time.
We did watch a Minecraft movie.
A Minecraft movie?
A Minecraft movie.
Not the Minecraft, a Minecraft movie. That's an interesting title.
But I said it right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. A Minecraft movie.
So, yes, we went and watched Minecraft movie. You didn't like it really, did you?
No. Well, it was interesting.
Yeah.
I was laughing a lot, maybe.
But not for the right reason.
I was laughing at it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, I guess some of the things were supposed to be funny that I was laughing at, but it's also like I'm laughing. No, I'm doing exactly what they want me to do, I think.
Yeah. And also, you have to think, it's not for us, I suppose. It's for kids.
Yeah. But they know that people that have played Minecraft for the past 15 years are going to go watch it.
I mean, I've played Minecraft, man. I've played it.
I've also played it.
Yeah. Like I'm probably like 9 when I first played it.
Yeah.
Maybe 10. I used to miss days off primary school.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
They're going to come for you now. They're going to get you.
Yeah. Well, you don't even get a certificate from leaving primary school, so they can piss off.
I had 100% attendance in most of
course
school. But then I got... no, I didn't keep that up in high school.
Oh, right, fair enough. I thought you
Not
were
for
saying
any
you got
bad
kicked
reasons,
out of
yeah.
high school or something.
Oh
I
no!
was
Drink,
like, wow, you're
drink
dark
me. With,
I know.
yeah.
I know. You're unsuspecting. Is that right? Unsuspecting.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're
probably. It's probably
relatively normal-looking guy.
right. Relatively, yeah.
So the Minecraft movie. So we don't have to go into the rights and the wrongs. I think that it was overall.
They speak for themselves.
Yeah, and as filmmakers,
Yeah.
we
learn so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially about lighting.
So what I want to sort of introduce is that we pick a couple of films. I'm just going to hit you with the question, and then we'll if it works, we'll come back to it in future episodes.
Okay.
So you spawn into a Minecraft movie.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Movie, yeah.
What's the first thing that you do?
Punch a tree.
Well, yeah. Take me through your process.
It'd probably be very similar to like what I do in the game, I guess.
Okay.
I'd punch a tree.
But what if Jack Black's there? Like, does that not change it?
I think that was if Jack Black was there, that would change a lot of things. I'd say, oh my god, it's Jack Black from a Minecraft movie.
Not even School of Rock.
Kung Fu Panda.
Mm.
And other Jack Black films that there are. I guess I'd say, well, would I recognise him as Jack Black, or would I recognise him as a stranger? Would I know who he was?
Oh,
or would he
okay,
be like
so that's
Steve?
kind of meta, actually. So
What if he says to me, "I am Steve"?
yeah, so he's in character.
He's in character.
Yeah, so he's.
But is he like he's like aware that he's Jack Black and he's pretending?
No, he's Steve.
Acting.
It's like when you.
He's that film character.
Yeah, let's establish the rules of this question. It is going to come back because I'm going to ask you. But you're in that world.
Yeah.
It's not. They're not actors. They're them characters. So you've spawned into a Minecraft film. Steve's there.
Yeah.
What's the crack?
I do have another question.
Okay.
Do I see him and think? Do I recognise him as Jack Black? When I see him, like
you're in that
only
world.
think he's Steve. Okay.
You're in that world.
Oh, when he says "I am Steve," that's his name to say.
You're not gonna be like, no, you fucking Jack Black.
Okay.
No, you're like, oh my god, Steve.
I'm not gonna like give him an eccentric crisis. Okay. Well, I'd be relieved that there's another human around.
That's good. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Am I aware that Minecraft exists, or is it just like? Because then, if I wasn't, then I wouldn't start punching trees because I wouldn't know that.
This is a good question.
To do.
These are all good questions.
It's very.
I suppose. Yeah, you know that Minecraft exists.
Okay, so
and you've acknowledged that you're in a Minecraft world. Oh my god, that's my dream.
It's be quite scary. 20-minute days.
Yeah, that's true.
I was established in the film.
Yeah, the first thing I would do, sheep. Not got any iron yet.
You would
just fucking.
You'd beat a sheep.
Well, they'd have to, yeah.
Yeah.
That's compared. I'm a vegetarian, aren't I? So
would you stay a vegetarian?
Does it count though if they're Minecraft sheep?
Do they bleed?
No.
Okay.
They just go and die.
They just fall on their side, don't they?
Yeah, and then just into smoke, and then they drop.
But then they reappear somewhere else on the map.
Is that true?
I think so. At least it was. Like every time you kill an animal, it respawns somewhere else.
Oh my god!
I think.
I'm gonna have to fact check.
That was fact check me. Okay, yeah, I'd punch a tree. I'd get some wood. I'd make some wood planks. I'd make a crafting table.
Okay.
Oh,
now you just
Maybe I wouldn't actually. Maybe I'd. Would I still like? Because when you're in Minecraft, you find a village, you rob them without feeling any sort of sympathy or anything.
Yeah, you've got a different level to it now because you could Jennifer Coolidge.
It's real.
You could fall in love.
I could fall in love.
You could fall in love with the villager. They're like, they don't have a gender, do they? It's like the same.
No, I don't think they do.
With the animals, it's like they don't have a. There's not girl villagers, there's not boy villagers.
They're just villagers.
And villagers.
And they're just sheep.
They're just people. Well, they're just villagers.
Just villagers.
So you could. Who knows?
But you'd have to be attracted to them at the same time. And I think I'd be quite scared of them.
Well, I mean, if they're the only thing around for the foreseeable.
Ugh.
Sorry, was that? Should we move on?
No, I quite like this. No, hold on.
So, you can't find anybody else in the world. Do you fuck one of the villagers? I'm sorry.
No, I don't do that. No, because
Okay, we should move on.
Sounds
It wasn't a great film. I enjoyed watching it. Your mate came dressed up as Steve, which was funny.
yeah, and I sort of made him think that I was going to.
That's cruel.
Well,
That's cruel.
I sort of thought I did an okay job, but then
No, you didn't. Because I looked at him and I was like, he's dressed up as Steve. And I looked at you and I was like, this is what Vinny wears every single day.
Yeah, the same outfit. I was
Variation of what you wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no way you look like Steve.
Yeah, I got the tones wrong. It's not. Yeah, I did what I could with what I had.
That's so cruel.
Without having to spend any money.
You said you had a couple of things that you were going to hit me with.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. Have you forgotten about it?
I have, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I've done all this. I've done 1 page of prep. And you couldn't even remember.
You know, we're it's the first day, you know.
It is the first
day nerves and all that.
Well, pretty much gone through the notes. We can wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up within the next 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, are we?
What do you think about the first episode? I can't remember any of it. I've just completely blacked out. Except for the fact that I asked you if you were going to fuck a villager. Now I'm going to be thinking about that.
Yeah.
I might get him to take it out. No, just leave it in. Do I get him to take it out?
We don't want it to be too short.
I'm really going to cringe at that. Well, I'm never going to watch it, but people are going to tell me.
People are going to tell you.
Well, if they made it that far in.
Yeah. There might be a chance that no one ever sees this.
Good point.
You could really take a big gamble on the rest of your career right now.
Yeah, I've got a bit more faith in you by the sounds of it. No one's going to make it through this. I sent the podcast that I did with Bev a couple of weeks ago into our group chat, and Martha said, no offence, but I'm not listening to you talk for 2 hours. And I was like, fucking right, fair enough.
But I'm sure she'll listen to you talk for 1 hour.
And maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, we're going to bring people on, but they're not guests. They're not to be interviewed. We're not going to interview people.
No.
We're going to guest host. And they're just going to join in on the conversation.
It's conversation.
Yeah, it's conversational. It's not like... I mean, I've asked you questions today, but that's because we're getting to know each other, but we're getting to know this as well.
Yeah.
So I think that...
So I have zero experience, never been on a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on a few, but only in the form
the receiving end.
Yeah. Being interviewed about like music and shit. Yeah. So this is weird.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed it.
Of course. Yeah.
I hope that people can listen to it and not want to shoot me. Like,
yeah, me too. Yeah. I hope I haven't crushed any future opportunities.
I think I might probably have.
Oh right.
But we just take the L.
Yeah.
Just move on, and then.
Yeah.
Just make my own films. It's fine. Got that workshop tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the time we do our next episode, next Monday,
let's talk about it.
Yeah, a short film will be cast. I'm looking forward to it. Finally have something to show people and be like, yeah, I can. this is a trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that I'm good.
Please.
Give me your feedback. It's like I'm on draft 4 now. And each time I send it out, I'm like, I'm open to feedback, and then I get feedback, and I want to like punch everyone in the face. Cause how dare you not tell me that it's perfect?
Oh, never respond to criticism. Always.
Yeah, just blatant, just fucking ignore it, man.
Yeah.
Don't ignore it. I took every bit of criticism, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Like, if someone turned around and was like, that's shit, I'd be like, piss right off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But constructive criticism, I soak in. I think that's something.
No, that is good.
Yeah. So
respond to good criticism.
I'm a bit nervous about tomorrow. Nervous. Because, I've done it again. Just like, I don't know, I feel like it's just a interesting situation to be in. I've never really done anything like it before.
No. Well, I did something like that for my uni film. I did auditions.
Like in person?
Yeah, like at a table set up.
Oh, really?
And, like, had them come in.
Oh, cool.
I sat on the episode with a couple of other people I was working with, including Kobe, who you met on the Minecraft movie.
Steve, yeah.
Steve.
I've known Kobe longer than you.
Yeah, you might have.
I've known Kobe. You met him at uni.
Yeah. 2020.
Yeah.
Late 2020.
Yeah. I've known him longer than you. But yeah, I met him. Well, maybe we met him at the same time. Context.
At the same time.
Person I lived with in first year, my friend, is good friends with Kobe. You met him at uni, and then there was just a weird connection because, and obviously we met each other on a whim.
Yeah.
And here we are. Now we own a podcast together. How cool is that?
Circle.
I can't believe it.
I refuse to believe it.
I was just thinking we did chat a little bit at the start before we got started, so probably got about, I would say, 7 more minutes.
Yeah.
We've got our first episode.
Okay.
This is something that I put on my Instagram story. I asked people what they wanted to see. Obviously, the messages came pouring in.
I tried to think.
They didn't. I had about 3 people who responded.
Brilliant.
But I think something that should implement is one, a weekly film recommendation for the people, but also I want you to recommend me a film to watch by next week and we talk about it, and I'll do the same for you.
Okay.
Kind of like a book club.
Yeah.
So, do you have a recommendation for the people? It doesn't have to be new. It can be old. It can be a classic. It can be just like it was just a fun time.
Well, how would you feel if I suggested something that wasn't quite a film?
Like a TV show.
Well, yeah.
There's that as well. We can recommend TV shows.
It's like it's a TV show, but you could watch it in a day because it's very short. It's 2 miniseries. So it's Time.
Ah, yeah. I've seen them both.
You've got, what's the thing on right now?
It's on iPlayer.
Yeah, that one. The what? It's
are you talking about?
No. The City Is Ours.
Oh, okay,
Filmed in the Liverpool City region, which is the same as Time.
With the Liverpool Film Office.
In the Liverpool Film Office, yeah. Time, yeah. I'm sure plenty of people have watched it. 2 3-episode miniseries.
Have you watched both seasons?
Yeah. So the first has got like Stephen Graham and Sean Bean and others. The second one's got Jodie Whittaker and Bella Ramsey and also others. Set in 2 different prisons. Yeah, the first season is a men's prison, second season is a women's prison.
I filmed in that prison. It worked. Went there. Be freezing.
Yeah, looks it.
It was fucking freezing. Carry on, sorry.
But yeah, it's very, very compelling, pretty intense. The second season's really quite
dark,
intense.
Man.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing though.
I would recommend.
They're both amazing. Yeah, it's good recommendation. So I would.
I've just watched this.
So you recommended, you recommended a series. I actually do because The Last of Us season 2 comes out this week. I think that I should disclose I've got a Last of Us tattoo, but from the game.
From the game.
But the show's amazing.
I did enjoy the first season. I did.
You did? Yeah. I'm probably gonna watch the first episode when I get home. Of the second season, but Bella Ramsey is incredible, aren't they?
Yeah.
Amazing actor.
Yeah. Applause.
Was great in Time. Really good. Yeah. Really good.
Really stole the show.
Such a dark storyline as well.
Yeah. It's grim. It's grim.
Yeah.
I think the second season really.
Yeah. What? Just without spoiling it, what did you? So there's the 3 main characters. I'm blanking on the names of the characters because it's been a while since I watched.
I also am.
But what did you think about? So obviously Jodie and Bella's character. What did you think about the other main girl's character?
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of that.
Yeah, I can't. I'll have to. I get it up on next time I have my laptop. I get it up on IMDb.
Very dark.
Oh God, yeah.
Very, very interesting.
But do you know how it was understood?
Yeah.
By people. Did you come to the same conclusion, or were you like?
Was it like understood by audience?
Well, by the people. By the people in the prison.
Oh right, yeah, okay. I was sort of like, let's see where this goes. I wasn't gonna be like, I didn't like immediately jump to any sort of opinion on a certain thing that this character has done.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
But when you find out,
like
how do you feel?
I don't think it's like I wouldn't do it myself.
Well, no.
But I think it's.
We can move. We don't have to.
It's.
I mean, it's very dark.
It's very dark.
Hello. It's dark.
It's dark. Yeah. If you've watched it, don't do that. If
don't try this at home.
If you haven't watched it,
go watch it.
Watch it and then
go watch it if you
also
want.
Not do that.
To not be sad, but
if you want
to watch something that's really dramatic,
if you like
in a good way.
If you like high end,
very well
British
executed, yeah.
Dramas.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to watch because it's only 3 episodes or 6 episodes if you watch the whole thing. But yeah.
So you recommended a TV show. I'm going to recommend a film.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably just go. Oh, no, everyone's seen that.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just that I was going to say La La Land, but it's like everyone and the dog has seen La La Land.
It's recommending something that isn't really popular. Like, I'm not going to recommend The Godfather.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Right, fine. I watched Heavenly Creatures last night, which was an early Peter Jackson film with, I think it was Kate Winslet's first feature film.
All right.
It was Melanie. I feel like I'm probably going to get the pronunciation of her last name wrong. Linsky's first film as well, because I've been watching Yellow Jackets, been binging that.
Oh yeah.
Big fan of the Yellow Jackets, and Melanie Linsky is one of the main characters. But this is her in 1994's first ever feature film, and I watched it last night, and it's pretty cool. Again, pretty intense, pretty dark, but there's like elements to it that are really cool. It's like these 2 young girls who are like writing this story together and sort of get lost in this their own world, and the way that Peter Jackson has chose to sort of bring that into the story as well, and like how he has portrayed that through seeing the world that they've sort of put together through their eyes and blending that with the sort of bleak reality. It was really cool. I thought it was really well executed, so I would recommend that if you've not seen it. It was 1994. I think. I feel like it's a New Zealand film as well, so it might have flown under the radar. So I feel like when I talk to my dad about films, he's like, "Oh yeah, I watched that years ago," but he's not seen it. So maybe this is one that's flown under the radar for you. So yeah, if you fancy watching that this week, go watch it. Now, film recommendation for film club next week. Hit me.
Ooh. Well, what kind of thing would you like?
Literally just anything. If you want me to watch a film to talk about with you, then just hit me. Like, I've already pre-warned you that the majority of films that I'm going to get you to watch are going to be really gay.
Yeah,
which is fine because you're an ally.
Yeah.
But yeah, just anything. It can be, just hit me.
What if I reverse that?
You're going to make me watch a gay film?
Yeah, what if
No!
I know, can you imagine?
No!
Well, it would only... Okay, this could be interesting. Have you seen the first Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yes.
Okay, have you seen the second one?
No.
Watch the second Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
It's very, very... And then once you've done it, look into behind the scenes, especially with the main actor. It's very interesting.
Okay. Okay.
I think, yeah.
All right, because I feel like I know... Didn't they end up doing a Nightmare on Elm Street about the cast whilst filming the second film?
So, no, not about the second film. It's about... They did one called New Nightmare, which is like with like the original actress and like the guy who plays Freddy Krueger. It's like they play themselves, but then like it gets all meta, and it's like pre-Scream. So it's like just before it's Wes Craven who did Scream.
Yeah.
And Nightmare on Elm Street films. It was like a couple of years before he did Scream. He was sort of testing out like meta, sort of like self-aware sort of weirdness, and it's a very interesting film.
So I'm to watch the second Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
You're to watch a little film called Shiver Baby. I'll send you a link.
Send me a link.
Directed by Emma. Why am I picking people with names that I can't pronounce? Emma Seligman. Oh, fuck's sake. she's up and coming. I think that we're seeing that a lot more. That a lot more younger directors are being taken seriously. I think that she's like 27, 28.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Last year she did Bottoms. Or was it with Rachel Sennett.
Yeah. I wanted to watch that. I missed it.
Yeah. Well, I'll recommend it to you next week because it's fucking funny. It's amazing. I love that film. That's like there's very few films where I go through and I'll rewatch, but I've rewatched that a couple of times because I can just have it on in the background. Like if I want something on in the background, I normally put on like Modern Family or something. But that I can just put on in the background now. I've seen it. I was well excited. But yeah, same director, same. Rachel Sennett's also in that one. I think, if I remember correctly, just to give you some context so you know what you're going into, they went to New York University, I think, to do the film, NYU. Mm-hmm. And it was a short film that she did for a final project. Yeah. And then they made it into a feature. So it's a first feature.
Oh, right.
And my friend showed it me and I was obsessed. Like, because it's gays in it. But also because it's really good concepts and like it's all essentially in one place. And sometimes like, do you know, with like, it's not one shot, but it's all in one location. And I think sometimes like with one shots on one location, my attention can go up and down depending on how engaging the story is. But this managed to like keep me like on. It's very like anxiety driven, and there's the sound, like the score to it as well was great because it's like sort of like a score of a horror film. Anyway, you go watch that. I'll go watch Second Nightmare on Elm Street, and we'll talk about it next week.
Brilliant.
Would you like to do the outro?
Whatever that may be.
Hit the camera.
Oh, it's right there. Yeah, so that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, we're on at 1:10 here, so yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah. So as we go on, I'm going to be more confident speaking on camera. I'm very clearly rigid and slightly uncomfortable having the camera rolling on me for over an hour. That's never happened before ever. I'll get a bit. We'll get better as we go on.
I think this has been okay.
I think for the first day, first episode of anything like this for me ever, not bad. I hope.
Yeah.
I think it's decent. Yeah,
let us know what you think if you've made it this far.
If you have made it far.
Yeah.
We'll be doing another one.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. We're going to end it here. As Vinny said, this is the first episode, so it might have been a bit rough around the edges, but as we're getting to know this and getting to know each other and this relationship unfold, we hope to keep you engaged and keep consistent. And we want to get people on to guest host with us and talk more about films and have segments to come back to, and
we'll get a bit more structured as we go on.
Structure. I think it was loose today.
Around, yeah.
Because it's just an introduction, finding our feet, exactly. And I think you did a good job.
Oh, thank you. I think you did a good job as well, actually. Yeah.
Thank you. But it's been a pleasure to chat to you, Vin.
Oh,
thank you.
Pleasure's all mine.
If you managed to watch all the way through, appreciate it. I'm sure that you're our friend at this point. Oh, there it is. Bang on, there it is. Right in the middle of the outro. Where was it? I've lost train of thought now. But yeah, if you've watched it all the way through, you want to give us some constructive criticism.
Be nice, please.
Please be nice. We're very fragile.
Yeah.
This could be it. We might never come back.
Might never be seen again.
But yeah, thanks for letting us gab to you for an hour or so.
Thank you.
We hope to do it for hours to come.
Many hours.
Goodbye, Vincent.
Goodbye, Abigail.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.